So one of the things that you've seen Republicans do an about-face on recently is early voting, mail-in voting. The more intelligent ones have realized, oh, we're just like handing the election over to the Democrats if we tell our voters only vote on election day. I mean, it's just a simple matter of math, right? Like, if you only give yourself one day to get it done, if something comes up and you can't get it done, you're screwed. Your vote's not getting in there. So to say, hey, do early voting, mail-in voting as well, what you're saying is, let me turn out more of you to vote. Have higher numbers. We're more likely to win if you do that. Now, here's their issue, though. Trump went on a crusade to say mail-in voting is rigged, early voting is rigged, don't participate in it, it's crazy, show up on election day, etc. He's shooting himself in the foot. He just shot himself in the foot. Other Republicans hopped on the bandwagon because Trump is their daddy and they follow in his footsteps, regardless of the fact that there's no logic there for what he's calling for and what he's saying is not true. Well, again, now a lot of Republicans have shifted their tone. You have some people on Fox News saying, no, we need to beat the Democrats in mail-in voting and early voting. Well, Mike Lindell is probably the dumbest of all of these Republicans. Right up there with Marjorie Taylor Greene, Louis Gohmert, those types. And so he goes on Right Side Broadcasting Network, one of these far-right outlets, and look at what he says here.
Now, let me tell you the big lie, the new big lie.
Okay.
And this comes from Republicans. And most of it's the establishment, but there's a few people in here that still, they because of what happened in Arizona, they believe this. What happened is everyone's saying, and this is like even the RNC, when I was there running for the chair, they're going, we've got to do like the Democrats. Vote early. Look what happened in Arizona. What if something goes wrong with the machine? We got to vote early and ballot harvest and drop boxes. And, if you can't fight them, join them. If you do that, we lose our country. We have fought 2 years to do same-day voting, get rid of these machines. 2 years. You're going to destroy everything we fought for in a heartbeat. Now, let me tell you
This is awesome. It almost seems like Mike Lindell is paid by the left to infiltrate the right and make them destroy themselves. Like, he could, if we were paying him to act like this to help our case, he couldn't help more than he's already helping. He's saying, never do the early voting, never do the mail-in voting. We're going to lose our country if you do that. I mean, he's wrong, but that's why I fully endorse what Mike Lindell is saying. Yes, Republicans, only vote on that one day. Only vote on that one day. God, he's so dumb. He's so dumb. But look, he's fully convinced that the election is rigged and stolen, and like the mail-in votes are how they do it, and oh my God, if Republicans vote early, they're going to take those ballots and flip them to the Democrats. And that's not true, but he sincerely believes that. So now he's saying, don't do the early voting, thereby shooting himself in the foot. Because look, of course it's not rigged. Of course it's not rigged. Any voter fraud is absolutely infinitesimally tiny. So he's helping the left. And not just the left, he's helping run-of-the-mill Democrats. And he's too dumb to realize it. And, it's just a question of what percentage, like, are the other Republicans going to be able to undo all the damage that was done by Trump when he screamed it was rigged and don't do the mail-in voting for the longest time? Are they going to be able to turn the ship around? Or are these voices going to be the loudest in the room? Are they going to win? And is it going to help the Democrats again moving forward? I mean, it's hilarious. Like, he is too stupid to understand that, somebody like Laura Ingraham would say, hey, dude, you're hurting Republicans' chances. And he thinks like, no, you're just a sellout and you're just a cuck and you're doing what the globalists want. Okay, dude. All right, whatever you say. Look, it's you sit there and you wonder, how is it that all these corporate Democrats keep winning? These like establishment, status quo defenders. There's nothing special about them at all. They just do hollow identity politics and tweaks around the edges, and maybe every now and then they'll throw some crumbs to the people, but that's it, right? Like, how do they keep winning? Because this is the opponent. These are the opponents. The opponents are like, again, shooting themselves in the foot, shoving a pie into his own face. It's hilarious. But as I said, Republicans, I endorse what Mike Lindell is saying. Let me know how that works out for you going forward. All right, guys, that's the show. I love you, baby. I love you. Do me a favor, everybody. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to that 1 million sub number, dog. Trying to get to that 1 million sub number. Help me get to that number, Ington. I would really appreciate it. We're going to do a special stream when we get to that million sub number. We already have 1 billion views, trying to get that million subs. We'll do a fun stream. We'll have some, I was going to say special guests, but I don't know if we're going to do guests. Let's just say we're going to have a grand old time. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have a grand old time. We're going to party. Maybe I'll sip some alcohol, even though I'm not a big alcohol fan. Yeah, so looking forward to that. But anyway, subscribe to the channel. Click that bell icon so you get a notification every single time a video drops. You can, of course, listen to the whole show on Spotify if you'd like now. We post the full shows on Spotify as a podcast for those of you who want to not click around to all the different videos, but just listen to everything in one block chunk. That sounded awkward. Block chunks is an awkward. Those are awkward words put together. And yeah, much love to everybody who supports the show on Patreon. You guys make it work. Never had a conversation with an advertiser. Don't have to because you guys support me. So if you want to support the show, link in the video description box below. Click to support on Patreon. $5 a month, $7 a month, whatever you got, whatever can help if you can afford it. Deeply appreciate it. And thank you to all the subscribers of Substack as well. You guys make that show work. Crystal and I, same thing. Never had a conversation with an advertiser. Very proud of that fact. So yeah, we'll keep it moving, man. I love y'all. I'll talk to you soon. Everybody have a great rest of your day. If you want to see me and Crystal Ball interview legends like Noam Chomsky, Cornel West, and more, subscribe to Crystal, Kyle, and Friends on Substack. $5 a month gets you the video version a day early. Remember, we take 0 ad dollars for this podcast. Or you can sign up on Substack for free and get the audio version a day later. Link in the video description box below.